Hi guys, welcome to my channel, the Judith TV show. To all my subscribers, my fans, my friends and family, you're welcome. Thank God it's a brand new day. My name is Judith. Guys, the trending one is the that I want to talk about. There are so many trending issues, especially as it concerns marriage and marriage related issues. But the one that I want to talk about in this video is the lawsuit by Davido against Sophia Momodu, his first baby mama, Imade's mom. I'm sure by now a good number of us are aware of the fact that the video sued Sophia Momodu. He leveled a lot of allegations and then, showed how or talked about how in the suit, how he had been strong financially in the life of his daughter, but that Sophia had, kept on frustrating him from seeing Imade and all that. I think for the past 2 years now, or 3 years or something, because we know that as at the time Imade marked her sixth and I think the seventh birthday, Davido even attended, I can't remember in particular, but there was one that the party was held that he attended and everything. So I think it was in the last 2 or 3 years that all this brouhaha started. And then, when two people are like that, two people that had something to do together before, when things are happening like that, anything can come up, sentiments and all that. It will be the word of this one against the word of the other one. Guys, I'd like to start by, okay, let me start from Sophia. Um, I don't even know where to start. But I recall, let me remind us that there was a time, not too long, when Sophia, through her lawyers, issued Davido a letter of cease and desist. She made some claims that she had the nanny she hired, $800 per month. That's like 1.2 million or so, I don't know, but $800, per month. That Davido should pay for an arrears of 2 years. And then what else was she demanding for, yeah, aside, one or two other things. It was a real drama at that time because, we all saw it on social media and everything. And the people started taking sides and all that. Even though Teebillz, that is ex-husband of Tiwa, later now apologized to Davido about what he said and everything. Apparently, maybe he now heard from the Davido side or something, I don't know. But he later did. And I also recall that Tiwa, on a separate time altogether, now said that people should be calming down. That if she had known what she knows now, she wouldn't have left her home, or she wouldn't have left her husband, something like that. Because I think her husband had relocated to her ex-husband had relocated to US and all that. Like I said, I want to start with Sophia. I just want Sophia to know, you're also free to leave your comment at the comment section if you disagree with me or something, or if there's anything I don't remember to, bring up. I just want to let Sophia know that Davido is not married to her. Therefore, the responsibility of Davido is to his daughter and not to her. The letter that the response that that her lawyers put out there when the video sued her to court, where she was claiming that mentioning the year she dated the video from so and so time to so and so and so time and so years from so and so year and all that. That's why I said it is now her words against the video because they know when they dated. We might be seeing them maybe when their daughter is marking their birthday or other, but we wouldn't know when it all started and whatever. Even though Davido granted an interview that he talked about in 2015, how he met Sophia and how everything played out and whatever. So I like to say to Sophia that the responsibility of David or Davido is to his daughter, not to you as the baby man, because he's not married to you. That does not mean that you, being that you're with the girl, taking care of the girl, that he also will not have one or two things he'll be doing that will benefit you. I recall vividly, that in 2021, when Imade marked her 6th birthday, Davido bought a brand new Range Rover 2021 that he gave to Imade. This Sophia opened all the doors and was shouting and excitement and everything, hailing Davido as the best dad in the world and so on and so forth. I also recall that there was a time Davido went to Cubana Chief's hometown to play for me. I don't know whether he was bereaved that time or whatever he was doing that time. Davido went to play there. Then Imade called her dad and said they wanted to host her friends in his house in Banana Island to a party. Davido granted her that, and then now went to, left and then went to do whatever thing he want to do in Imo State. That time, Sophia took it. That's how we got to know. Sophia took a lot of photographs in the living room and so on and so forth, and was posting the thing and everything. In fact, rumors started flying that time that Davido had dashed her the house, if you guys recall. So there are a lot of examples like that. But I want to say to Sophia, honestly, this thing that you're doing, it is your daughter that this thing will get to. You might not know how. You might think that it doesn't matter, but it will get to her because she's just 9. In the next 5 years, in the next 4 years, even in the next 3 years or so, Imade will have access to internet, probably be running her own page, because I think now it is Sophia that is managing it for her. So by that time, she might be running her own page or managing her own page and all that. So she has access to internet. A situation whereby you now come through your lawyers and you're saying you didn't deny her father from seeing her, but it's your body that you deny intimacy and what have you. I mean, is this not kind of a thing that, is not good for a girl? And it's just the only child that is between both of you. You understand? For this kind of a thing, for this kind of a talk. I find that response rather incomplete. Incomplete in the sense that, Sophia said he did not deny the video from seeing her daughter and everything, and that ever since she refused intimacy, that wasn't the video. Now, I begin to wonder. This thing doesn't add up to me. Guys, see, I don't know if we asked up to any other person. It doesn't add up to me. First of all, if you're saying because you denied him intimacy, that was why he now refused to, but you're asking for nanny's fees, right? And Davido has always been the one that has been paying the school fees of this girl. And then in that write-up, in the whole of that write-up, I didn't deny her. I mean, I didn't deny him access. It was because I just denied him my body and intimacy and what have you. Sophia ended up not addressing the issues that Davido raised. Davido said he bought a house in Imade's name worth 200 million naira, 24-hour service, a swimming pool, security, and everything. Sophia refused to live there. Why? Sophia didn't address it there. Apparently, she wanted the house to be in her name. But it cannot be in your name because he does not own the responsibility to you. He doesn't have a responsibility. Not that he cannot buy a house for you if he wants to. But as far as this matter is concerned, the person that Davido owes the responsibility is his daughter. So if he buys that, because, okay, let's take, for example, if he puts that house in, if you buy it in the video's, Sophia's name, and then in the next month or the next 2 months, Sophia now meets somebody that will marry her, and she's married and goes off, what now happens to Imade? Do you understand the thing? So the responsibility of Davido is not to Sophia, but to Imade. But that does not mean that he cannot give something that she will benefit from, like that Range Rover that she bought for a girl of 6 years old. Guys, you know it now. Who will be driving it? Is it a mother that is 6 years old? Of course, it's Sophia. So these are the kind of things. But these things comes in the name of her daughter because that is his responsibility. As a matter of fact, some men will outrightly tell you, "Give me my daughter." Give me my daughter, let me take, especially now that Davido is married. Give me my daughter, let me take care of her. My wife already knows about her. You remember there's, I'm not digressing, but let me just chip this in. There's a well-known person in our society, that is married to also a well-known man that had a daughter with a lady that is based outside the country. Let me not mention names. Somewhere along the line, because the wife of the man has money and the man himself is, now a big person in the society and all, an influencer person, the lady started dragging him. Oh, child support, you abandoned your daughter, and so on and so forth. The man said to her, listen, my wife already knows about you and about the daughter. And I also have some daughters by her. So give me my daughter. I will bring her home. She will grow up with her stepsisters. My wife will bring all of them up. And the lady refused. Somebody said they're using such children for as ATM machine. I don't know about that, okay? So the point I'm making is this. I go back to the Sophia own. Now, in that letter that the lawyers of Sophia put out, she did not address anything as per the issues that Davido raised. Davido again said that that Range Rover he bought in 2021, that is 2021 model of Range Rover that he bought for Imade on her 6th birthday, that sometimes he was called, from the school of Imade, that Imade didn't attend school for either 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and they started asking what happened, and apparently asked the mother or whoever, and they told him that there's no car to take her to school. Guys, Abba, Sophia, Abba, how? Now, aside that car that is 2021 model, right? If that car is bad, are you telling me that before 2021 that Davido bought that car, that Sophia doesn't have a car? Is it that Sophia doesn't have a car? Okay, the car that was bought in 2021 already got bad, and a brand new already got bad. And Davido said they told him that they will use 5.8 million to fix the car. He sent the 5.8 million. And also bought another SUV, I think last year, and sent. So two cars now. I mean, what is this now? And Sophia didn't address all those ones. The house and those cars that he's talking about. He didn't address all those ones. And I don't know about the vacation. I think David also said he pays for vacation and whatever. She didn't also address that one. It was like, it's my body that he wants. And okay, if this man wants your body and you say no, and he's still doing that, so how is it that you refuse that? That is assuming it is true. I don't know whether it is true or not, because it's your Sophia's word against Davido. Assuming it is true now, how come the man is still doing what he's supposed to? He's still paying the school fees of the girl. He didn't abandon you and the girl. How come? So that's why I said that this thing is not balancing up. But like I said, Imade is at the center of this all. Davido has another daughter, Haley, by Amanda, and they are based in Atlanta. Anytime Davido is in Atlanta, Amanda is with him, Chioma, and they were playing. I remember vividly that of last year, Christmas last year. The girl was where the girl was playing with Davido, and Davido was asking her, whether I can't remember, but Davido was like, "You want $10,000 and everything? It's okay. I'll give you 10,000, something like that." When the girl collects the money, is it not her mother that is going to give it to? So why is this Imade's own an issue? Just why? I don't know why it's an issue. Oh, that I refuse this, I refuse that. If this girl grows up now to see this, one of the things that couples do when they decide to go their separate ways, or when there's an issue, is that this one starts running down the other one before their children or before their child, and the other one starts running down the other person before their child or before their children. That is a very wrong thing for people to do, because both of you are adults. You agreed to come together. You gave birth to these children. They were on their own. God used them to bless you. And then when you now decide to go your separate ways, and then you now sit down, you will run this person down, that this person is this, that, and then the child is now left confused. The child is now left confused. A good number of children has now hated their father or their mother based on what the other party told them that is not even true. So by the time you now come out and say it's because I denied my body or whatever, whatever. So how does it address the issue that this man raised? The things he said about how he's strong in the life of his daughter financially. Who pays the girl's school fees, for instance? Who? That school fees that there's no car to take. Okay, somebody must have paid the school fees for it now to be a car that is the issue. And he bought another car and said, so it is now two cars. Nobody heard about that. When the car came, nobody heard about it. If not for the fact that Davido said that. That's why I'm saying, Sophia, listen, there's a way you would have gone by this thing, you considering your daughter, this daughter that you love. In fairness to you, you are bringing up that girl in a good way. I still make comment about the interview, the Q&A that you did with her. I think last month or last 2 months, very wonderful on Pulse TV, very wonderful. Imade will come and speak well dressed, neat, and everything. Sophia, I commend you for that. That's a good one that you're doing. That's a good job you're doing. And I recall that when Imade marked this is her 6th or 7th birthday now that Davido came. Davido also hailed you and commended you for that. But now coming to tell this story, now coming to go this way, I don't know. I don't know. For the sake of that girl, because in a couple of years from now, she will have access to internet. She'll be running her own channel. She'll be running her own page herself. And then at the end of the day, you don't consider what her peers might be telling her. Go and ask May Edochie children what their school peers are always telling them, schoolmates and classmates are always telling them. You understand? So this is not something that you do, not minding that there's a minor. I call her a minor because it's just 9 that is involved, that is at the center of it all. Now, Davido sued. I come over to Davido side. Davido sued for joint custody. Guys, see, Davido, left for me, my personal opinion. You see that court, you wouldn't have nailed it. You wouldn't have sued. Yes, and I will tell you guys why. I will tell you guys why. Everybody is entitled to the opinion. After all, Davido has sued, he has sued. But I am saying, on my own, if I have my way, I would have advised counsel Davido not to make that lawsuit, not to sue Sophia. Number one, now that you have sued her, You are praying the court to grant you joint custody. Imade will probably stay with Sophia for 6 months and then come and stay with you for 6 months and then go back and stay. See, please, do you people consider this girl at all? At the age of 9, she'll be just going back and forth like that. Do you consider her? And you know one thing again, whether you believe it or not, let me give you another illustration before I say what I want to say to the video. There's a lady that I know that got married to a man that was married and separated or divorced from his wife, but they have a baby girl that's about 9, 10, 11. As at that time, the thing was happening. So the mother had already moved. The mother of the girl had already moved on. I don't know whether she remarried, but she had moved on because she was the one that walked outside the relationship. After all the pleas, she refused that she doesn't want to come back. I think there was a guy, she was dating that time. They were talking about marriage and all that. So she just walked away and left the girl with her father. So eventually, this man, after years now, this man now got married to another lady. Guys, do you know that this girl will leave her room, come to the room of her father and her stepmother and his wife now, and lie down on the same bed with them and tell the father. When the father now say, what are you doing here? What are you doing? Are you not going to your bed today? Say, no, daddy, I'm scared. I can't sleep alone and all that. And then she insists on sleeping in the same bed, the matrimonial bed of his father, her father, and the wife. And then when the wife will be like, why are you allowing this girl to do? The man will answer, she's a small girl, just leave her. After a while, she will understand and all that. But meanwhile, you have not been living with the mother for years, and she has been sleeping in her room, even if she has been sleeping with you. But now you now have a wife, and the earlier you correct that, the better. But the man kept on making excuses for her, only for them to now later discover that it was actually the mother, the ex-wife, that was sending the girl to do whatever thing she's doing in the house. Go to the room, see what they are doing, tell me what they are doing, and so on and so forth. What am I trying to say? By the time Imade will come to she's a young girl of 9. By the time she will come to the mother, she will tell the mother what is going on in your house, who what eats what, where what is, and whatever. And then by the time she also come to you, then she will also tell you how her mother does this and that and that. Is that a safe thing at this particular point? Because the innocent girl that is at the middle would not even know. Will not even know. I was thinking that, for me, like I said, it would have been Davido. Leave Sophia and Imade. Then open an account for her. That if you have not done that, I want to believe you must have even done that. But if you have not done that, open an account for her. Pay in, whether you have 200 million, 300 million, 500 or whatever million you have, pay in that amount of money for her there in that account that will be in her name. And as a young girl that she is, she can access it now, maybe till when she's 25 or 22 or 23. But that money will be there for her while you are still paying her school fees. And then maybe every 3 years or 4 years, whatever, you can now buy another car and then give to them, if there's an issue with the other two that is there already now. Okay? The mother should be able to like her feeding and all that, because it's a 50-50 thing. You are not married to her. It would have been more like it to protect the mentality and the sanity of this girl. By the time she grows up to see all this back and forth, she's a girl, fortunately. In the next, she's 9 now. In the next 10 years, okay, or maybe 12 or 13 or so, maybe God will bring somebody her way that will marry her off. She'll get married, and that will sort it out. But by the time you have now gone to the court, Sophia now raised a different matter altogether. Oh, it's because I refuse you my body and whatever. And then maybe your lawyers will now also respond, and everything will just be going down like that, back and forth like that. And at the end of the day, this thing will be squaring that girl on the face. If it is not now, later. But if this thing is handled in such a way that, you leave her, you have Haley, you have your twins, and just be with them. After all, for the past 2 years or so, you have not seen Imade. But maybe you just feel like, as a man, why should it be a lady that will be telling me? It's not just that. You are doing it for the sake of your daughter, to protect her mentality, to protect her integrity. Because by the time she's grown and sees all this, it might not be comfortable with her. It might not be. So you're not only doing it, maybe everybody knows that, going to court, you can buy the best lawyers or whatever, okay? But what I'm talking about is that in doing all that, Imade should have been considered. And then I heard again, I don't know, I think I saw a video where a lady did and said, Sophia said, I don't know if it is true, allegedly, that Sophia said that you're always traveling, because of going to perform here and there. So is it you now that will come and leave Imade for? And that, were there no people in the house when if I buy? That I didn't like it, because you don't have to bring any fine. You don't have to, right? So you see the extent this thing is going to. And there's no way you hear this kind of a thing that you'll be happy. There's just no way you'll be happy. But if you had allowed it to be, let her keep Imade. She's already growing, doing so well. A day will come, and like I said, in the next 10 years or thereabout, this girl will come looking for you. There's no way she will know that she's an Adeleke and then stay where she is. Then when she comes to you, Sophia even issued I forgot, she issued you a cease and desist letter. These are the things you present to her. Say, see what happened. Then you tell her the story. I bought a house, see the receipt. I bought a house for 200 million. Your mother said no, and so on and so forth. That time, she is more mature and old enough to understand what is going on, unlike now. Even now, people that are boss will even be like, I saw one lady that said, so Davido was married to Chioma and he's still befriending Sophia, and so on and so forth. People already started buying into that. Whereas I don't know whether it is true or whether it is not true. But this thing could have been avoided by way of, you leaving this thing totally, leave her, leave Imade. Like the person I gave example earlier on in this video, that I talked about, that the lady now, when he saw that the wife had the money and then she too has money, and then the man also is now doing well for himself, the lady now started dragging him. Yeah, you've abandoned your daughter. You're not. The man said, you know what? Just give me my daughter. Don't even contribute to anything. Her flight ticket and if I will pay. Just give me my daughter. I'll take care of her. My wife already knows about her. Some men are like that. You understand? So that is just the thing. For Sophia, honestly, there are some men that, the lady that they have a child with, they don't even care. There are some celebrities that are like that. They don't even care. They don't care. If you like, jump up and down. They don't give a damn. All they know is that by the time the child is grown, the child will come looking for them. But for this one that is now showing interest and then doing his best, for you now to come and be doing this, not minding that there's a girl, rather a minor at the middle of it all, how sensitive is this of you? How? How? At the end of the day, then Davido's lawyers will now bring their own evidence. Your own lawyers will bring, if you bring 20 lawyers in this room and ask them what is today's date, look, those 20 lawyers will tell you different. They will tell you different days and different dates today. The way they will argue, the way they will, summarize the thing and everything, analyze it. So that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, this thing will just turn out to be this innocent girl that is at the middle of it all. Because I do not understand why Haley's own is not like that. Even, Lawson, or B. Dawson, that is even a boy. The mother is not even like throwing weight like this. So why is Imade's own a problem? Just why? I recall when Sophie organized for them to go to Ghana with Davido, and at that time Davido and Chioma was having issues. They were all having a good time and everything. Nothing, that time he was a very good father, a wonderful father. So at what point in time? But if it is true that you said this because he said no, I won't have anything to do with you, the intimacy, then he now said, okay, let me walk away. But did he walk away? He bought a house of 200 million. He said so. He paid the 5.8 million that was meant to repair the car, a car of 2021 that already now got bad. But car is car. It can get bad anytime. Anything can go bad. But he still sent the money for that car to be fixed. And just for him to be sure that at least there's no story again like that, he bought a brand new car last year and also sent that one. So how has it been that you refused him whatever thing, if it is true? I keep on saying that. How has it stopped anything? You might be right, you might be saying the truth, but what I'm saying is that it's not what stopped what is going on. Somebody said, I don't know, allegedly, that you requested him because you said in that your statement by your lawyers that you have not stopped him from coming to see his daughter. That means coming to see, that simply means you want the video to be coming to your house to see his daughter. Madam, who does that now? Who does that? That man is the man of the house. That man is the father of the child. And that man is married now. Meanwhile, thank God he has another daughter. Does he go to Haley's mother's house to go and see Haley? Of course, no. They bring Haley to him. If you like, to Sharon or to the grandfather, and then maybe he'll come there and see her and everything. And then from there, they will take her back to your house. If you don't want him to be taken to Davido's house, there are so many ways to go about this thing. If you really want to go about this thing the right way. But my concern is that the response that you gave did not address any of the issues he mentioned. He did not. He did not. And at the end of the day, this girl will just be at the middle of it all, as if he committed any crime by coming into this world through you people. It shouldn't be now. It shouldn't be. As a mother, I know that bringing up a child alone is not easy. But you should know that the man was not married to you, and he has not stopped saying it even up to tomorrow. That there was nothing, like there was no marriage relationship and all. In fact, I saw a video of a lady. Was it on YouTube or on Facebook? Who said that I didn't know that Davido's mother is from Edo State. She gave her own analysis and over this matter, and now said allegedly that Sophia was befriending Davido's uncle. But somewhere along the line, Davido now had one or two things to do with her, which he said is only once or whatever, and then the pregnancy now resulted. And that's why Davido initially refused accepting the child as his own. That was why they had to go and do a DNA test. And by the time the DNA test now confirmed that it's Davido now accepted. But Davido would not want to marry Sophia because of the relationship he had with his uncle, allegedly. Because that's what the lady said on the video she presented, allegedly. I do not know. But whatever thing that happened, my own is I'm talking about Imade. Sophia is free to befriend any person she wants to. But what I'm talking about is Imade in this very matter. In this very matter. If you don't want Imade to go to Davido's house, what about the grandfather's house? In fact, in that write-up about the submission or response by her lawyers, they mentioned that there was a time Davido's father paid, that Davido refused to pay school fees and all that, then the father now paid. Honestly, this drama is too much for that minor. It's just too much for that minor, okay? But like I said, Davido, well, you have already sued, you have already sued. But if I have my way before now, I would have just told you, see what? Ignore this. You are ignoring it not because you cannot fight it, not because it's not your right to be seeing your daughter, but for the sake of that girl. Because by the time there will be a back and forth arguments and then allegations and counter allegations, I mean, it will not all go well for the girl now. It will not all go well. The thing will affect the girl, right? Because by the time her schoolmates and peers will start using her to throw one jab or the other at her, she might not come home to tell you. She might not tell her mom. She'll just be bearing the thing like that. But you wouldn't be telling well on her. How can a girl be born in such an affluence and then all this back and forth is going on? Please, I don't know. Since the thing had gone to court, well, let's see how the thing will come out, how it's going to be. But to be honest, this does not want it at all, okay? And then Sophia, if you had even responded to the things the video said, but you didn't, which means that it didn't tally with your allegation of refusing him your body and what have you. And everybody knows, okay, that ever since the Davido married Chioma, he told her that he's going to be the best husband, and Davido is living up to that. We're all seeing that. That is also not to rule out maybe if there's anything that transpired between her and Davido. So you see what I'm saying? Because Davido has sued now, this issue has now come, this allegation. So it will now be back and forth. Some people will now say, it's possible. It's possible. Some other people say, no, it cannot be possible. That's how it will be going because it's thrown out there. The opportunity was created for this kind of a thing to come up, right? So guys, that is what I want to talk about in this video. Share your thoughts with me at the comment section. But basically, the case has gone to court, and then we have no option rather than to wait for the outcome of the court, for the court to decide on this and all that. But at every point in time, if the possibility of settling out of court, is there, let it be explored for the sake of Imade. Sophia, for instance, if there's an agreement for you to, because that nanny, I did a video even on that earlier on, that nanny that you said is $800, that $800 is much money, but it's also not much money. Because I don't know, what she does, whether she is a living or go or come or whatever. But what I'm saying is that if you want to employ somebody that you're going to pay that much, you should have let the father know. If it is Davido that employs somebody that you agree to be paying $2,000, he'll be paying it with ease. But for you now to employ somebody and you're asking him to pay, don't you think, you're not according him the respect as a father of your girl? And I want you to have it at the back of your mind that the responsibility of Davido is to Imade and not to you. But that does not mean that if there's anything that he gives, or like the SUV gave now, you can also be driving it. But to think of the fact that Imade stopped going to school for 2 weeks or 3 weeks because there was no car, honestly, it's not a good story. Because I want to believe that, Sophia, you had a car even before Davido gave that car. Right? I want to believe that. Okay. So, guys, that's all I have to say in this video. Share your thoughts with me in the comment section, as I said. We'll just have to keep our fingers crossed, and await the decision of the court, except if both parties, or if their friends and loved ones and family will now decide to weigh in to see how this thing can be settled out of court because of Imade's case, so that even if it is a week that Davido, they will bring Imade to the grandfather, Davido will go there and see her, at least for now, until this girl is grown to be able to take a decision on her own, that will, better things rather than all this back and forth. That's my personal thoughts anyway. That's which I'm entitled to, as in my opinion. Do you understand? Having said that, guys, I'd like to end this video, or I will not end this video by failing to, or by forgetting to. I will not forget to congratulate Davido and Chioma on their wedding that is coming up in 2 days' time. That wedding. That wedding is wedding of a century. I saw in a news story where some people were saying, "Oh, let's beg the Lagos State governor so that either he will declare a public holidays or beg them to take the wedding out of Lagos, because we know there's going to be, it's going to be something else, so to say, But I want to believe God that it's all to the glory of God. Congratulations, 001. Congratulations, 002. You guys are so good together. God is still going to uplift you people and bless you people with more children. I know it is well with both of you. I cover both of you with the blood of Jesus Christ. And I cover the twins, Taiwo and Kehinde. I think that's what Yoruba people call twins, right? I cover Taiwo and Kehinde with the blood of Jesus Christ. And that day, I decree in the name of Jesus Christ that it will be a successful wedding, right? All those people that will come, to cause a problem or whatever, there's an outfit, it's called a jealousy green outfit. Maybe you guys should go and wear that one, okay? But in all, please, there's just no need to go and disrupt what people are doing. If you're planning that, if anything happens to you, you're just on your own. But please don't, no matter how you feel about it, okay? The Bible says to rejoice with those that are rejoicing. Now that they are rejoicing, please rejoice with them. Okay, they deserve it, and for the video to decide to do this and do it in a elaborate way. I heard the wedding. I don't want to mention the cost of the wedding that Chef Chi is wearing. I just don't want to mention it so that some people will not faint. But that is when a man is in love. A man can go to any extent. That's just one thing. When a man is in love, a man knows what men, they know what to do when they are in love. They very well know what to do. It's only when a man is not in love that he'll be checking A, B, C, D. But when a man is in love, he goes all out. Davido, I hail you for this. Congratulations once again. It is well with you. Thank you for loving your wife. Thank you for being there. Once again, I cover you people with the blood of Jesus Christ. And for that day, I ask that the favor of God and the mercy of God and the glory of God, will take over the whole event of that day, and it will come out beautiful, and then it will all end in praise and in testimony in Jesus' name. Guys, that's my prayers for them. Leave a word of prayer for them also for the wedding that is coming up in 2 days' time. And after the wedding, I'll also come back here, to show you people a few of the photos and everything that went on that day. Okay, so guys, that's where I like to end this video on parting notes. I'd like to thank you guys once again for always watching my videos, as you also going to watch this one. Okay, thank you so very much for all the support, for all the encouragement. I do not take it for granted. I am grateful, guys. Thank you so very much, guys. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now, guys. Bye.